Last month, we had an agency owner go from $45,000 a month in September to over 93,000 K in January. And that's all recurring work. They got the additional clients through Meta Ads. And what I want to show you is exactly what they did and so many other agencies are doing to set up Meta Ads to get new clients. We're on this new thing where Cormac gets outside. Like last year, I had a kind of like health scare thing, and they found a melanoma on my back, and it was super scary. And I was like, damn, I freaking need to stay inside more. And I think all of 2025, if you see like a lot of our posts and stuff like that, like I'm sunscreened up and I'm just always in my office. You know, my friends and family make fun of me, but I realigned my mind to make a bit more of an effort to get outside. But being shaded is nice. And I'll just always wear a hat. So here we are. Okay, so let's talk about the three main problems that a lot of people deal with when it comes to setting up Meta Ads. The first thing is the structure. It's a lot of changes in Meta, and I'm getting a lot of questions of, hey, what's the best structure? How many campaigns should I be running? How many ad sets and how many ads against what budget? So we're gonna be talking about that. The second thing is the creative. Creative is the most important thing. You're hearing a lot in the world of Meta updates and Andromeda that creative is the new targeting. So what's the best practice in terms of how to approach creative? And the third thing is landing pages. And we're going to talk about this today because I know a lot of people run lead forms, and that's great. I love landing pages. All the results that I'm going to talk to you about today that I'm getting, this specific client that went from 45K to over 93, what they did with their landing pages, it's all the same. The good news is that it's really simple to set up. What I'm also gonna do is I'm just gonna show you a live ad account toward the end of the video, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm running, how I've set up the campaigns, give you a live example of ads that are working really well for me, the traffic that we're sending. Hopefully that gives you a really good idea as to how to approach ads for yourself. Okay, so there's three different layers inside of every ad account. You got your campaign layer, you've got your ad set layer, and then you've got your ad layer. The good news about Andromeda is it's made it really easy to set this stuff up. It used to be really complicated. Now Meta's coming out and saying consolidation is what we want. So consolidation is what we're gonna give them. This is the exact structure that's working really well for us and super well for a lot of our clients. Every single campaign is a lead objective campaign. Dude, we don't touch awareness, engagement, traffic. I don't touch them unless you're starting to spend like over $400 or $500 a day. Don't go near them. You just want to put 100% of your budget into one lead objective campaign and just focus on getting an ad to work. What does work mean? It's getting leads and it's getting book calls, and the quality is okay, just to begin with. That's all we want to be doing. Okay, so we've got lead objective campaign. That's super cool. Little thing to do with your budgeting is I just use CBO. Hey man, do whatever you want. I'm just showing you what works for me. The thing that I've learned about Meta Ads is that you can work with 10 different businesses all in the same industry, and they're all doing different shit, and it's all working, right? They have the same market, same offer, same audience, same whatever, totally different ad account structures, and if it's getting them results, they're doubling down onto it. I think a lot of people look at YouTube videos like this and they go, oh shit, well I have to do lead objective. You should do lead objective. Well, I have to do CBO, or I have to do the ad structure with the creative setup like Cormac's talking about now. If I deviate from it, it will fail. There's no right way to do anything. There's just what's right for you. So just find the thing that you like doing. If it's getting results, and double down onto it. This is getting me results. I'm doubling down onto it. I'm getting everybody else to do it. They're getting results. They're growing. Happy days. So we've got our campaign. We've got our ad sets. We're using Advantage Plus. Every ASC campaign that you set up starts with all the Advantage Plus AI optimization features as on. You can see it in the top right corner. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a sec. Sometimes we might put in some detailed interests. So like you might put in Shopify, you might put in business page admins, you might put in like software tools that are available for you to target as detailed interests. And that's totally fine. I think it's probably necessary to maybe put like 3 to 5 in there if you're starting off new with Meta. If you've got more like of a pixel, if you've got authority and you've got heaps of pixel data, don't do it. It's totally fine. Just make sure your creatives are great and it's really calling out the market so that Meta knows who to send the ad to. Cool. Lead objective campaign, Advantage Plus, detail and interest, super easy. I'll show you what an example looks like. Then we're running 3 to 5 different ad creatives. And these are unique ad creative concepts. I think a lot of people go, oh, I've got one script and like 3 different hooks, and that's 3 different ad variations. You're, not trying to dial in a Formula One car. You don't have a Formula One car. You've got a Toyota Corolla from 2006. We're not trying to fine tune anything. That's what people do with hooks when they've got like 3 different variations of hooks. When they know they've got a killer script, then they start testing out different hooks to fine tune it. We don't need to fine tune anything. We need to find something, okay? So we want to be testing out different concepts, different scripts, different angles, different offers, and get it out to the market, see which one takes, and double down on that. And then you can fine tune it by testing out different hooks. Big question is, dude, the ad creative thing is hard for me to wrap my head around. How do you approach it? Let me just give you a really quick example of how we approach creatives with ads. 3 core things are part of your ad creatives that you should be focusing on. The first thing is a script. Now, I actually will show you an example of a script that I wrote out. I'm massive on scripting. I want to be meticulous with everything that I say. I'm saying it because I've scripted it out, and I'm saying it to the camera like I'm naturally speaking it. Scripting is super important. My rule is that for each individual ad you're creating, you should have an individual script. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is your offer. What our offer usually is our system. So I'm a big advocate for agencies coming up with like their own IP, their own method and system and strategy of how they get their clients results. That's our main thing. And then that system should tie to a clear CTA. The CTA, so like offer as well, a part of the ad. The CTA is not like, hey man, you should like work with us and be like our forever client, because that's freaking, you don't want to come across like that in an ad. All you want to do is sell people on the next step to take, not to become a client. So in a lot of ads, if you're sending them to like a landing page with a VSL, just tell them to go watch the video on the next page. That's it. And then the third thing is format. So you're either videos or images, and we're gonna run videos because don't run any images. You're just being lazy if you haven't gotten a video to work yet. Videos are hard to get going, but anything good takes time and effort. In terms of your script, just one last thing, you can come after like a pain angle. You can come after a results angle within your scripting. You can come after like a belief angle, so like things that you believe that the other market doesn't, things that you go against the grain with. You can do humor. You can do skits. These are all different approaches and angles that you can come at with your scripting for your ad creatives. And that's what I'm talking about. So when that's individualized, then that's great. There's a bunch of other stuff that kind of goes into this, but I'm just trying to keep it surface level and not have this video go for freaking 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm just about to open up the ad account, but I just want to reiterate the main premise of what I'm about to show you, which is the case study where we had that client go from 45K to 93. We get case studies like that every single month of agencies that have scaled past a 7-figure run rate through Meta ads. The best way that I can show you a live example of it is through my ad account. I don't want to be pulling up these guys' ad accounts and showing all their shit. What I'm gonna show you in my ad account is the exact same structure that we apply to every other agency. So you can just take what I'm gonna tell you as a framework and then trust that it's what the first guy used to get above 93K and what so many other guys got above 200K, some clients above 400K a month. It's all the same structure. So this is exactly what we did. Let's have a look at my screen here. This is my ad account, and I've got one campaign selected that's like my testing campaign. And I'm gonna show you the structure, the setup, how I'm kind of doing a lot of my reporting, some of the data that you're already kind of seeing here. So this is just in the last 30 days for this kind of testing campaign. I'm spending about 150 bucks per day. And the most important thing that I want you guys to get across, all I want you guys to be choosing is this lead objective campaign. When you create a new campaign, all you want to be doing is selecting leads. That's literally it, okay? In my example here, you can see that I've got CBO, so my budget's getting split out 150 bucks throughout this whole campaign, and that's it. All of the default settings are on. That's super straightforward. We click in, it's one ad set, okay? When we open this up, I optimize for lead events. I know a lot of people optimize for scheduled calls. Depending on your volume, I'm honestly kind of tossing up, should I start switching over to optimizing for my conversion event being schedule? It makes sense for me because especially in the learning phase, it needs 50 optimization events within 7 days for it to optimize correctly and know who to serve the ad to. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to hit that 50 conversion events or optimization events. It needs to know that it has the possibility of hitting that so that it can optimize correctly. People do go into learning limited. If Meta feels like you're not getting close to reaching those triggers and that volume for it to be able to optimize correctly. I know that probably sounded confusing, but all you should probably take from that is just use leads at the start, because you might not have enough events to optimize for the ideal trigger, which is scheduled for a lot of you guys. So my stuff is super broad, 18 to 64. I've got Australia and New Zealand. All this stuff is super default. Okay, cool. You can see some of my detailed interest targeting because I target agency owners, social media marketing, online advertising, and then behaviors is like business page admins and then advertising agency. That's it. Audience size is still super big. And when we go into the ads side of things, I've only got 4 ads live. I know some people would be like, dude, not even using creative diversification. I don't really need to. Like, I'm getting good results. I'm happy with what I'm saying specifically inside of these creators. And like, I'm getting $69 cost per leads, 29 leads at $69, 25 book calls at $80. They're great results. I don't really need to make that any better. And I think that it's, for some people, it's unnecessary to do too much testing. I've found a good script. I've found a good way of talking about my services. I've been running ads for 8 years. So I know that usually when I'm gonna launch some ads, it's gonna get a half decent result. Okay, cool. For yours, all I'll be having is 3 to 5 ads live and then just running the different concepts and seeing which ones work. KPIs and metrics, if you've got questions around that, just leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to give you details around what I aim for a cost per lead and then a cost per book call. Okay, so here's a really great example of what I'm talking about with script writing. Don't outsource your shit to AI, man. Just, you are the best at what you do. Don't outsource your voice. I am personally writing every single thing that you see. So this is my hook. I've got how I'm gonna get somebody's attention. I don't really feel like I need to test hooks because I have a feeling this might work. Body, and I've got certain sections in here that I know that I can cut out. Like, I've got cool case studies, but you know, me and Spence might work on it and say that we don't need to put all that in because the video is going for freaking 3.5 minutes. Let's cut it down. Then I kind of just talk about more proof. I talk about our system and our approach. And then I talk about, like, on the next page, I shot a short video explaining all the case studies and how we do this. So this is a really good example of a script. Now, pay attention to, if you're below $1 million per year in your marketing agency, it's because of 3 reasons. Cool, let's have a look at this ad. If you're below $1 million per year in your marketing agency, it's because of one of these 3 key reasons. First is your operations are chaotic and you have no repeatability. The whole ad is word for word on the script, right? Everybody's got a different approach. I know a bunch of guys in our industry that are like against scripting. Great. If you're cool off going off the top of your dome because you've been doing this for ages, do it. If you want to do more creative testing and diversification and running a bunch of different stuff, do it. If you disagree with what I'm doing and you want to do it a different way because you believe in best practice for Andromeda and running more creators, do you, man. This is just working for me and I'm just telling you what works. Cool. So really good idea of what a script looks like. Really good idea of how that then translates into a video. I say everything line by line and then we just chop it up in editing. Where I send a lot of my traffic to is a really simple landing page. You can go check out my ad library and have a look at all this stuff. There's so many different ways to run a landing page. This is just what works for me. We have a VSL on the first page. It's super like standard stuff. This is off the back of like Russell Brunson strategies where he would have I built my whole agency off the back of ClickFunnels. Now Go High Level is thebomb.com. So you've got a simple headline up the top here. You've got a VSL where I just do a slideshow presentation. And then you've got these CTA buttons all throughout the landing page. You've got context and details throughout, you know, pain that people might be dealing with so you can resonate with your prospects. You don't have to copy this. You can do whatever you like. I've taken inspiration from other people that I look up to in the industry. I'm like, that's a really cool landing page. I love how that's laid out. I'm going to do that for my industry. So that's where I kind of take a lot of my inspiration. And for me, I just think that the best way to sell anything is just literally show them so much undeniable proof that you can do the thing you say you can do so that it makes the best case for them to probably take action with your book in. That's all I do. I just put up video testimonials of agencies who've helped scale past $1 million a year. That's literally it. Then I just talk about a little bit about my story of me doing it, then more screenshots of people getting amazing results, and then more video testimonials. Put in an FAQ thing. I think everybody gets so caught up in, oh, well, what if I, you know, do I put the FAQ in this section or this? Who cares? Just put it wherever, spend some damn money on ads, and then see the results that you get. Don't overthink it, just start doing things. Analysis paralysis is the biggest thing that's killing your ad account, not the freaking setup, okay? All the way down the bottom, I've got a super simple form questionnaire, which is name, number, email, and then how much are you earning. That's all I really need to know. If you need more questions, then put in more questions. If you don't, then just take it out. Usually at the start, when you want more lead volume, you have less questions in there. And then as you start to get more and more leads, you wanna focus on quality, you're just starting to add more in. Okay, cool. So let's say that this is my page, I'm gonna submit. Have a look at the scheduling page, it will blow your mind. Nicest design thing you've probably ever seen in your life, right? Literally one headline, which is schedule your time, and then the calendar link. That's literally it. We have sticky information, and you've got all that stuff copied across from the lead form, and then you just press continue. You find a time in the calendar, you book it in, and Bob's your uncle. The third page is super important, I always believe, which is to give them a little video about what the next steps are, what to expect, and some cool information about your approach and philosophy when it comes to helping your market. Now, look, I'm just giving you an example of what our structure looks like and what our setup looks like. But this is the exact structure that we used for the agency that scaled from 45K to 93K. And all of the agency testimonials that you can see across our socials, it's all the same structure. It's super simple, it's super basic. That's all it really is. Let's zoom out. What have we just talked about? Well, we talked about a super simple ad structure inside of your meta campaigns on how to set up a campaign ad set and then like 3 to 5 ads. Very, very simple. We talked a little bit about ad creatives and your approach on how to make high converting ad creatives and develop unique concepts. We just went through a live ad account and you got to see some simple structures, live review of what's inside of a campaign, what's inside of an ad set, and what's inside of all these creatives, and then a landing page walkthrough. My last thing that I will say to you is just have a crack. You're going to F this up, you're gonna burn money, there's no way around it. Even through our community, we get usually in the first like 30 days, people setting up campaigns. And even if they follow absolutely every single thing that we do, they're either gonna stuff up on the creative, there's gonna be something wrong with their landing page, they haven't totally dialed in their message. And there's no bypassing that. There's just like iterative processes. And the more reviews you put through and creatives you launch, the more you just fundamentally understand what it is you want to say, and you naturally just get better at it. And then therefore your results get better too. So have a crack, give this a go, launch some ads. I'd love to hear how they go in the comments and if this was a useful video. If you want to see anything else about what we do to help agencies grow, just leave a comment below and we'll make a video for you next week. Thanks for joining.